It's your boy izlogic, welcome back to another episode of Tea to the After the Tea Time. Today I've got a bit to talk to you about. It's actually going to be about some Animal Crossing New Leaf. Not New Leaf. Well, it does tie into this, but it's Animal Crossing New Horizon, which is the new game that was released just over 2 months ago. And yeah, I've been playing quite a lot of this, and would you know, I might be slightly playing it right now. But yeah, it's a great little game that's actually out at the moment, and they released a update a couple of days ago where they added some characters back into the game from previous versions of Animal Crossing, and the first big add was Leaf that we're going to discuss in this video. Leaf is from New Leaf, you'll best remember him from that, and essentially he basically was the guy that owned a shrubbery store. He was the one that sold you plants and flowers and stuff that I do believe eventually moved into the Nook, the Timmy and Tommy selling shop. Anyway, we've got the item arena. I kind of want to not be lagging. That's one thing. I cannot tell what is happening. I'm actually going to take this then, if I can't get a choice. I'll go for the redemption, but I want to be playing some Star Guardian comp. Or actually I could go cybernetics with this start actually, because I've got a redemption on this Leona. That isn't terrible to say the least. But one thing to note is my internet is absolutely garbage right now, and I'm recording this for you, so I'm sorry in advance if any sort of lag appears in the video. It's something that I cannot control right now. A lot of issues going on right now obviously, and it doesn't help that I'm having to wait till gone 1 AM in order to try and record, because it is quite terrible. Anyway, I'm going to pick up this character when I can, and the game lets me move. That is a perfect item in the tier if I want to go for the Star Guardian build, because I can obviously make that into the Chalice, which is kind of key in this build. As in essence, what it does is it gives me mana to all nearby things. So if I say place it on a Syndra next to a Soraka and a Zoe, and you get the gist that they're obviously going to be gaining mana from it. Now, we do need to obviously get a decent start for that, as we pick up another giant belt. Technically we could make a redemption off that. I'm going to pick up these two Zoes, and we're just going to roll with this for a bit. Now, I'm unsure of if we'll have enough eco to obviously hit level 4 before the first player wave, but yeah, we'll see. But returning back a bit, Animal Crossing New Horizon is a great game right now because the update. Leaf's back in it, giving you shrubs, giving you plants and flowers that are rare. Very, very nice thing that he does that, because that does mean that we're in a very, very good state with the game. I do believe I can now afford it. But there's also been added, what's the word? They've also added in to the game something very, very nice in terms of the fact that they've added Red, who gives you art. And you're probably wondering, okay, that's good, what's the point in that? Well, you can add to your museum by, once you meet Red for the first time, he gives you an actual piece of actual art, and you'll essentially be able to buy it from him, and then obviously go talk to Blathers about it, and it actually upgrades your museum. Now, I'm currently at that stage for myself, and I do not know what the upgraded museum looks like. I'm hoping to find out later today what it does, but obviously I do need to find out. But there is also another character which I do believe I'll meet soon in Celeste, who's the I forget what relation to Blather she is, but she's related to Blather, and she's obviously this owl. She's pink. She was in New Leaf. I don't know, she will have obviously appeared before that, but in New Leaf she was prominent. And we're currently getting quite a few of the stores back from New Leaf. There's obviously, we're missing a few things, like a fortune teller. That would be a nice thing to get. We won't be getting the dream suite, sadly. I can tell that we won't get that unless it's like look, they decide to add something where you can visit people's islands, but then you realise you have the Dodo Airlines for that, so you can't exactly do that. And also there's a train, so maybe you could technically add the Dreamland. It's just very hard to obviously add into the game because it's a sort of thing that's not realistically wanted, the dream thing. You could definitely add the nightclub. That would actually be slightly better than having to see KK perform in your town plaza. And then you could add in Shrug, who, yes, you do get reactions a different way in this game, but you could at least make like a nightclub or something along those lines. And have like Brewster in there so you can make coffee. That isn't a terrible idea to have Brewster in a nightclub. Actually, that sounds quite bad to be honest. Because it'd be slightly pointless to have it as a nightclub. But you could definitely have Brewster into the museum. That would be something. But it obviously does depend where the he'd actually post his thing up. Anyway, let's shift back to the game real quick. I want that Syndra. Highly unlikely we get it because we're in first. But, I mean, that Sona is also nice. That is Chalice. And I want Chalice. If I don't get that, I go for Vi. Okay. We don't get Nico either way. I don't think I realistically wanted Nico at this point, because Chalice is slightly better. And I can also have it on a Sona, which is nice as well. She does like to use a lot Sona. So she can slide in here. We have a healing champion, and we'll just keep Sona in the comp for now. She does her job. I'll pick up these Leonas. I haven't realistically been focusing them, but we might as well do it. Obviously it is towards our actual team that we need. Like, I'll have a Vanguard frontline with a Poppy. It's better than Protectors right now. As we come against some Space Pirates. This Space Pirates this guy has. He doesn't even have the Graves, so it's not even Blaster. He does have a Yasuo though, that does have Spear, but that's dead. And I think we do sweep this guy perfectly, which is nice for me, to actually get a sweep. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this update to Animal Crossing. Like, I should realistically do an island tour on my channel, just so you guys know what I'm doing on it. Which wouldn't be a terrible idea actually for a video, because I'm running out of video ideas and I don't have a predictions video or anything along those lines to do. I mean, I could go over to the LCK or LPL, and I might actually do that for the finals. Like, when we get to the player finals in the LCK, I might make a video on that. Might. It just gives me something to do for the time being. As we're coming against some Blade Master Rebels, I'm presuming he's looking for a UD, so that you can get the Rebel buff, because obviously that is a very good thing to tie into Blade Masters is Rebel. Anyway, this round We're going to dominate. A nice redemption there from Leona means that our Poppy's going to live, even if it's unnecessary. And she actually died there. Wow. Well, ooh, we do manage to pick up 2 champions here on our eco chase up to 50 eco. We're actually doing not terribly, actually. Obviously, we do have the Leona frontline that's absolutely dominant for now. We also have this Sona keeping our team alive, and I'm actually enjoying playing this. And you're probably wondering, is this ranked? And yes, this is. I've actually decided to come back to rank for a few games. I just want to get up to gold for this season, and that's technically the second part of Chalice, so we could go to Chalice, which would be huge. I really like Chalice, if you can tell. Once you learn how to use it, it's a very nice item. And it actually does a lot of work if you realise it. So, in essence, what it does is any champion that's surrounding the champion with the Chalice, including the champion with the Chalice itself, essentially, I'll show you. Basically, 10 mana to allies within 2 hex, and that also includes them. So, they get the base plus 15, and every time they cast it's 10. Now, the reason you put this with Star Guardians is because that is increased, because Star Guardians, it's 30 total mana when it's obviously casted. Yeah, you see why people do this now. Wait, this round, I'm not sure if we win. It's quite close. But that Ariel actually has done a lot of work for us. Yeah, Ariel won us that round. And we're actually chilling on 100% health here, which is very, very nice. Okay, there's our level 2 Sona. Realistically, it isn't a bad option to have Sona in this team, because it is Mystic. And you're probably wondering, okay, what's so important about Mystic? Well, Soraka's also Mystic, and you can essentially have a free Mystic buff on the board with Sona and Soraka just chilling on the board. And they both give heals. Sona's is slightly solo target heals, but it's also a cleanse, so stuns, ignite effects I do believe also count. They get rubbed off, which is nice. This round, this might be a close one actually, because that Shaco's going to be annoying. Shaco. And that's also Carmel. Yeah, I think we lose. First loss is to a Shaco, which is never fun. The only fun thing is getting above 50 eco like we have now. I'm not gonna reroll yet, he says. Not reroll, I'm not gonna... What's the word I'm looking for? XP rush. That's the word I'm looking for. Because we're gonna only get onto the board a Nico, who realistically at this point isn't needed. The only champion that I rush onto the board right now is a Soraka, or a Syndra, actually, because they have some use, whereas a Nico, yeah, it's a massive ass stun, which actually does a lot of work. It's still not what I want. Realistically, the only champion I want right now is that Soraka. And that Nika, not Nika, the Soraka and the Syndra. There we go. It took me a while to realise what I was trying to say. Anyway, carousel time, that's a Soraka, which does have a giant's belt, which is actually quite nice. There's also a tier in play, which I also like the fancy of. If Soraka gets taken, okay, Soraka's gonna be taken, because he's pondering towards it. Okay, I take Soraka then. Fine, that's good for me. We actually make some progress towards our team comp, which I am not against. it's very, very good to make progress towards your team. And doing this is actually very good for me. So we'll hit above 50 again. Can reroll. Ooh, there's our Syndra. Yeah, it's worthwhile pressing that button now to get you onto the board, because that's Mystic. I'm also going to replace the Ari with the Syndra, who will use this pretty much effectively. I'm also giving the Soraka to a Warmogs, because more health onto a Soraka is more survivability on a Soraka, and Soraka, obviously we want to be living a long time in order to use her ult a lot, and that's why you tend to give her that. Anyway, this wave, it's just a straightforward to back team fight here. The only difference is our team fight is a lot stronger than his, because ours has a pattern. His is only strong because he has Chrono, and Chrono does do a lot of work in comparison to the Syndra ult, which does a lot of work onto a singular target. Chrono ult does a lot of work onto multiple targets, the longer the game goes on, obviously. So we need to realistically work on that. And what better way to work on it than, ooh. Okay, I'm not going to use Leona anymore, so I might as well do that. I can move you over here. I do need to work on these. These picks here are what we're working on now. So, ideally, we could, in theory, have Star Guardian Max on board right now. Just sell the Sona and the Leona, and that's Star Guardian Max. However, I don't realistically want to do that right now, because we don't need to. Like, there's no need realistically to do that. We have got this comp right now, which is just chilling. It's fine. It's chilling quite nicely here against this guy's Space Pirates and possibly Protectors. We've obviously destroyed that Darius because he was unable to actually get anything off. Like, he got a couple of jumps down, but he didn't kill bar one thing, which is good for me. And we also now have Eco to mess with, so I'm messing with my Eco as we pick up a second Soraka and also a Vel'Koz. I'm also picking up Vel'Koz's, and you're probably wondering why. Well, Vel'Koz can slide into this team comp as a 4th sorcerer, or we can use it as the carry item champion for Xerath, because Xerath's actually quite good for me. I do like Xerath. He's quite a fun champion, because I've been using him. Whether or not he's better than Vel'Koz, it's hard to tell. He obviously does have a lot of good use to him as we pick up a level 2 Vel'Koz there. Yeah, we can work with this actually. We also have some items to mess with, and I'm actually going to tank up our Soraka. As much as I want to make a second Chalice, as much as I want to, I'm just going to make Soraka a bulky girl. Because why not? She's there to live. It's her job to survive. So giving her Dranclaw is good if we come up against anyone else using sorcery. And this guy's absolutely dominated us here, realistically. Using that slow the mana burn thing. Absolutely destroys this team comp because we're coming against a Sojin Darius that's just been destroyed by Zizirov, which is nice. Leona's just chilling, which is fun. Good thing we have that Dranclaw on a Soraka because it meant that Darius ult was not killing. Well, down goes his backline. Just got popped by Syndra ult, and Soraka's just healing, keeping us alive there, which is great. I almost didn't pick up that Sona. We'll press the button once. There's another Soraka putting us at 48, which is okay for me at this point. We're actually doing a lot better, and one thing to note is we're actually 2 away on Sonas from level 3. And level 3 Sona, I do believe, gets a big buff. Yes, it goes up to 4 targets with the heals, which is great. And we look at the healing here on Soraka, 2000 if you get it to level 3. yeah, I think that is kind of a bit broken, honestly, with how you can roll. Anyway, Syndra's getting hooked this round. No way to dodge it. She is going to get a big heal, so we might get a few ults off here, actually, which isn't terrible. Yeah, we're getting heals. We're actually not doing terrible. Like, our Soraka just healed quite a lot through the burst of the Yasuo. And, oh, Syndra is just chilling. She was alive all that time, by the way. She didn't die to the Blitz, which is funny to me. And there's our level 2 Ahri, so I might just slide her on instead of Syndra for now, because why not, as we pick up our next Sona. And oh, that's perfect. Level 2 Soraka, that increases the heals considerably, like an extra 175, is it? Something like that. Yeah, it is. Wow, I just guessed that off by heart. But yeah, that is huge. I can also technically press that button, get up to 5 Star Guardians on the board, which obviously I slide Syndra on. And this is Mech Infiltrators, which is nice. Everyone loves Mech Infiltrators, it's probably one of the best comps right now. The best thing for us though is we're absolutely destroying it, because the only threat right now is the Shaco, who isn't actually been focused right now. The only issue for him is all our tanks have just been healed for a very long time by a Sona and Soraka. And yeah, we've just popped the mech as my screen freezes, and this is I would have said close, but now that we're in overtime, it's not close anymore. So yeah, coming to the carousel, there is a Lulu here, which realistically would work, but I don't want it right now. I would like... What do I have as options? I mean, I could take the Thresh. I guess we go... Do I make it... I'm trying to think it. I think it's best if we take this Wukong and work with him. And we could technically now sell the Leona and build up a Wukong to level 2 and have a Vanguard Wukong in our team instead of Leona. But obviously Leona's doing a lot better work for tanking than what a Wukong will do. In fact, I'm actually selling the Wukong, because he realistically won't do as much as what the Leona will do. I'm going to pick you up, because I need to hit a level 2 of you. I'm also tempted to just press that and do that, because why not? It works, and then I get the Soraka. I'm also just going to give that to you, because if I get a BF sword, that's immediately getting put onto our Soraka, and we can have a nice big party. And you're probably wondering, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, essentially she's going to have a GA, and everyone loves GA Soraka, because GA Soraka means a ton of heals that are just going to keep coming and coming and coming. Like, what's happening right now is we're just slowly killing this guy's team until that Rage Blade kicks in and kills us, which was good for us. I'm fine with the Rage Blade killing us, because it meant that we took out Caitlyn. And yeah, we have lost quite a few in a row. We're on a 3 losing streak right now, which is okay for me, because obviously I can now technically cash out for level 8. I don't want to realistically at this stage do that, but it is technically an option. And I would like right now some teardrops, or some needlesslies. That actually wouldn't be terrible either, as we come up against some mechs and an infiltrator Shaco, who's absolutely just been fucked because he's been insta-targeted. And wow, that Syndra ult did nothing. That was quite terrible, honestly, in terms of an ult. And that mech is absolutely destroying. It got to 50 stacks real quick, actually, which is worrisome for me because I need to work on this team comp now. And it doesn't help that quite a lot of my champions are barely leveled, if you get what I mean. Why am I running Syndra instead of Val? That makes more sense right now. Sell you to pick up you. There we go. I think that is our optimal play. I mean, realistically, there isn't much more we can do at this stage than that. Okay, that is a nice Velcro ult. Okay, good thing we have got the Syndra now to level 2. That's huge. I can press this button a couple times. Oh, how have I not got Poppy to level 2? That is worrying. I'm actually going to press this button to get Syndra on the board. Purchase a Soraka. We need one more star gun on board. Okay, you. There we go. I know it's not perfect right now. It's kind of nowhere near perfect. Obviously, we needed to get this sorted quicker. And we don't have any, like, good options in terms of buff. Good thing to do. That is not terrible. And we're actually quite close to winning this. Doesn't help that our Soraka was stunned for a long time with Ash. But we've just stunned the Ash. We've just hit her with a nice big ult from our Syndra. And also our Zoe's hitting her with some ults, so that is nice as well. We've absolutely destroyed the thingy there because Syndra just stockpiled a lot of orbs there. And them orbs just destroyed. Anyway, Nico, you get Thief Glove. I'm pushing our Poppy forward slightly in order to allow her to do some work. Right now, the only option I've got is obviously go with... I want to hit level 9. Level 9 I can slide the Vel'Koz on and have a stable comp that does a lot of damage. And that is a huge thing. This way, I'm going to drop the win. We've got Syndra piling in on the orbs. She's absolutely destroying them orbs as well. Down goes another target to the orbs. The great thing is, the Sona's right next to our Syndra, meaning she's just getting so many ults off because of it. And realistically, I do need to get like a Spirit Sojourn or Seraph Embrace onto that Syndra in order to maximize the ult capacity, if you get what I mean, because the executes are coming out now. If we check damage for that last round, Syndra is getting up there, and she is a threat. The only issue is, we now have to deal with mech pilots, mech infiltrators, which I do believe you have. You don't. There's another guy. You do. You've got the Ash. One of these people have got mech infiltrators. Oh, like this person we're facing. So Sona's now here just to survive. She's in survival mode. That's her job. We're just trying to burst out as many targets as possible before we die. And she's actually doing a good job, realistically. Yeah, she's done a great job this round for us. Now it's just Soraka versus the world, and she did a good job until Shaco. That's the issue with this guy, he has a massive Shaco. That sounds quite wrong. I want that Lux or Aurelion, and I'm released next, so I'm going for it. Give me him. There was no better option. So essentially this is great for me because I can stick this straight onto Syndra. And Syndra with Spirit Sojourn is huge. Like, yes, it's no Seraph's Embrace, but the amount of auto attack she's actually doing is actually more than expected for me. So we're actually going to play with it, essentially. Wait, what just came off the board? Okay, I don't know if I want to play with you. I mean, oh, you went on the board. Why are you on the board? What came off? Wait, what did come off? Bell? I'm missing one of the Star Guardians. Which one am I missing? Is it Zoe? Is it Poppy? No. Okay, I need to look at this. Either way, I think I might lose this round, actually. Actually, it's quite close. Yeah, we're losing. It's fine. Why is my Nico on the bench? That's what I took off. Why is it bugging around? Okay, right, let's fix this. There. 48, we need 60. I can't sell you. 1, 6. I mean, we could technically do it. Oh, we need to survive this. We need to realistically live this way, and it's quite hard to do so. The only good thing is Soraka's absolutely dominating here, and so is Syndra. Oh no. We might be going out soon. We need a big Zoe ult here. Nope, it wasn't. And we're still alive just though. Okay. Oh, and Kane. That is perfect for us. Kane, you've just saved me a lot of effort. Because now I can rush level 9 and get on to the board the champion I want, which is nice. I also can reposition everything. I want Sona and Soraka near each other so that essentially we're... Actually, I'm going to reposition it slightly. I'm putting Soraka and Syndra, then Sona. All 3 S's next to each other. Wow, this is taking a while. Okay, anyway, I'm cashing out to level 9. Gonna press this button a few times. I'm actually putting Belcos on. You get there. You get there. You get there. You stay there. You get there. There. I could have had a level 2 Zara. Okay, this is quite close actually. I don't know if we win this realistically. We need big ults and we do need to do a lot of damage here. And we're actually losing. We're actually in top 3 though. I do not care, we're top 4. That is a great thing for us. We managed to live because we had a stall Soraka. The Soraka stall absolutely won us that. And leveling up to level 9. That also won us it as well. Because we had the extra champion on the board. Yeah, the yikes here for this team comp that we were running was... Nico was level 1. So was Poppy. When you're like bulky frontliners base level and you're only relying on a Leona now for your like tankness, kind of screwed. And because of that, you kind of have to look at the other people above you. you've got a guy with a level 3 poppy, so there's where all your poppies have gone. You've then got no one else taking Star Guardians, so all protectors that had Nico. So you wonder, okay, why am I not receiving any? And yeah, I didn't realistically go searching for them. Like, theoretically, I could have laid down quite a lot of gold and just looked and looked and looked instead of focusing on levels to get the more board presence, because I knew that the champions weren't going to hit level 2, which is why I focused towards that. And yeah, I could have had a level 3 Sona. That isn't too good in comparison to the damage fact, but it is good in the fact that she does have a good ultimate, in terms of the fact that she gets it quite often and she can obviously use it, provide 10 mana or whatever to your Star Guardians. And yeah, I realistically should have sold the Sona, put in a Lulu, and moved the Chalice over to a Star Guardian, maybe Syndra, more importantly. Give her that so that she actually gets the bonus mana. And obviously using the Chalice properly would realistically have worked better in the Steam Comp. And possibly would have got us third and maybe a bit higher. Like, looking at the guys above us, Mech Infiltrator. There was another Mech Infiltrator. Oh wait, did he go out? Yeah, he went out in 6th. Yikes. But no, we had a Mech Infiltrator, you had a Brawlers, Chrono Brawler, which is alright. You also had the Cybernetic Space Pirate Wombo combo. Like, that is a weird combo that guy ran that was sat in 2nd place. Like, yeah, you have got the 3 stars in the Ashe, which is your main power, your Jace, and your Poppy, which are your main tanks. You then had a Aurelia who's there to just slice and dice. Like, I think what that guy did was just literally pick champions up that had combos like Aurelia and Kassadin. You have Mana Reaver. You have Mana Reaver Darius as well, which would have been the Space Pirate, so he's probably used that for early game Mana Reaver. What's the next champion? Is that Mordekaiser? So he had Tier 2 Vanguard, Mana Reaver on 3 champions, and random Ashe, like Celestial from Kassadin. Why didn't he run Lucian instead of Darius and gone for the Cybernetic Blaster route? Because with Lucian you'd get Cybernetics with the Aurelia and Leona, and you'd also then just slide in, say, a MF or something along those lines, maybe Nezreal for Chrono, but you don't have a Chrono option there. You'd slide in a Blaster anyway and get Blaster alongside it at level 9, which is quite strong. But obviously we lost to Mech Infiltrator, which is annoying. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of TTF to Tea Time. I've just rambled on for about 4 minutes about team comps, but you know, kind of have to do this when you've got nothing else to talk about, considering the bulk of it was about Animal Crossing, which I may have been playing during the recording. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new on here if you want to, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.